Fear is false experience appearing to be real. You haven't done this thing, but already you concluded in your mind that it's just not going to work out. Oh my God, I'm so scared. I am going to fail. How do you know? How do you know? Fear makes you believe that by avoiding to move, by avoiding action, you are saving yourself. It makes you believe that you are saving yourself from judgment, from failing, from being criticized, from being laughed at, from humiliating yourself, from being rejected. At the end of the day, you are not saving yourself. You are just holding yourself down. You are derailing your progress because you will never know until you try. So you need to fight this thing. You need to fight this thing. Fear needs to know that you are aware that it's there. Fear needs you to question it so that it knows that when it comes up, it's going to be questioned. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this channel, we discuss things that help us grow, elevate, and build the life we know we're destined for. I always say if you feel that's you, then please subscribe and help me to the beginning of the most exciting and amazing journey to your elevated self. I know, just like me, you have held yourself back because you are so scared, because you can't try, because people are going to laugh at you, because people are going to judge you. Oh my God, I can't humiliate myself because if I do this thing, then people are going to start laughing at me, saying all these sort of negative things. But you don't know if that is true. You don't know if that is what's going to happen. It's just, as they say, that fear is an illusion. It's just a story that you've made up in your mind, but it's not that you're just making it up. It comes from somewhere. I want us to understand what fear really is. Fear is a natural emotion triggered by perceived threats. It could be emotional, it could be mental, it could be physical, and sometimes social. It is how our minds react to perceived threat or danger. And I believe that it stems mostly on learned behavior. When you are born as a child, they can put you with a snake. You will not act fearful or act in a way that they expect you to act. Why? Because you don't know fear. What a child will do is they will start playing with the snake because they don't know that a snake is dangerous. They don't know that a snake could do them harm. So they just don't know. They're just seeing this thing that is moving and they just want to play with it. So fear is learned. Now that you know what fear is, the first thing that I want you to do is to identify your fear. What is your most biggest fear? Why don't you try? Why don't you do things? Because you know exactly what you need to do, but you are not doing it. What is causing you not to do it? What do you fear? Do you fear that when you try, people are going to criticize you, laugh at you, judge you? Do you fear trying because you are going to be rejected? Do you fear trying or starting to do something because you fear that you are going to fail or not fail? Because sometimes it's not just the negative thoughts, but you fear that it's going to happen, it's going to work out, and you're like, it's going to be big, it's going to work out, and then I can't deal with the idea of this thing working out because I'll have to continue doing it and I'll have to be committed to it. That could be another fear, fearing that what if it really works out? What then? I know people who are afraid of going to the gym because they fear that, am I going to be able to keep doing this thing? That's a form of fear. Once you have identified what's your biggest fear, the second thing I want you to do is to ask yourself, when did this fear start? Where did it stem from? Was it at home? Was it something that my immediate family used to do? Is it because of my teacher, my peers at school? Where is it coming from? because it means that it's a form of trauma. Maybe a teacher asked a question in class and they asked you, and when you gave an answer, it was wrong, and therefore your classmates laughed at you. They laughed at you and you felt embarrassed. And your subconscious mind registered that, because our subconscious mind is very good in registering an experience, but not just an experience, depending on the emotion that it provoked at that time. So you were embarrassed, and now you are not trying because your subconscious mind knows that if we try and this might be wrong, I'm going to embarrass myself. People are going to laugh at me. So you see why it's important to remember where this fear of showing yourself, of putting yourself out there comes from. This fear of failing comes from. This fear of being ridiculed comes from. Now you know what is your biggest fear. You know where this stems from. So you need to start with mindset work. In everything that you want to do, you have to work on your mentality, your thoughts. Your subconscious mind doesn't argue with you. When you tell it that this is the truth, it will believe it. That is why you need to change the tune, you need to change the programming and say, I am not scared. It is not difficult, but challenging. I am not failing, I am learning. These are not struggles. It is preparing me for the next level. When you say that and you repeatedly say it every day, your subconscious mind is going to start believing that that is the truth. This is how this person is. Your thoughts create your identity. What follows I am is who you're going to become. It's what it's going to manifest in your reality. So do the mental work. I call it mental cleansing. What's happening on the outside is as a result of what's happening on the inside. You will not change your external circumstances until you change what's inside you. I wasn't going to just come here and tell you what fear. It's also going to leave you with some things that I'm doing, that I've tried, that are helping me. So the number one thing that I want you to do is to do away with thinking that you are the center of the universe, thinking that people are watching you. Nobody's watching you. People have problems. People are already up here with their own problems, struggles. Rent is due, children, school fees is due, all those things. So you are not the center of your universe, but your own center. Do things for yourself. Seen somebody, ever been in a situation where you find somebody looking at you, and sometimes it's with a disgust, and you're like, what have I done? Why is this person looking at me this way? Only to find that it has nothing to do with you. They're not even seeing you. They're not seeing you. They're thinking about their problems because they owe somebody and they said they're going to pay them today and they do not have money because they promised to do this and now they can't, and it's a problem to them. It has nothing to do with you. So nobody's watching you, okay? Nobody's watching you. Secondly, stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself. Everybody, when they start at zero and they work their way up. You can't compare somebody who is in their chapter 50, somebody who is in their 10th step when you are taking your first step. Stop comparing yourself. Comparison is a thief of joy, and it's really going to cripple you and keep you stuck. Next, please change your mentality about how you see failure, how you think about failure. Failure is part of the game. If you don't fail, you're not trying. And you have to try to fail, then fail to try. If you don't do it, then you are never going to learn. You're never going to improve. There's only one way to learn something. There's only one way to improve at anything, and that is to do it. Another thing I want you to do, I want you to understand that if you don't do it, nobody's going to do it for you. We have come to an end of our video. Thank you so much for watching until this far. If you have, please do not forget to leave a thumbs up, like, share it with somebody who may find it insightful as well, and subscribe if you haven't. Here I've created this platform because I wanted to share my experiences and the things that I have done that have really helped me. I'm currently living a life that is very promising, and I couldn't be happier and content more than I am now, while I'm working on the things that I still want in my life. So I say, please join in, hop in, and let's begin this journey together. I dare you to take a bet on yourself, to take a leap and just do it. I hope to see you on the next one.